What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Truthville, USA. I am Q. I don't know what the heck is happening in New York right now, but I tell you what, I want no parts of it. They need to keep that fascist virus there in New York City because it can't happen here, and especially out here in East Tennessee. So this is important to us because, guys, what happens in these hubs, in these epicenters, typically leaks out to the rest of the country. They're able to get away with this because they have the top levels of leadership in these large cities. And so if you want to know the goal for America, look at places like New York City, look at places like LA, look at places like Seattle. As they go, they want the rest of the country to go. So Leticia James, you guys all know Leticia James, the evil Soros-backed attorney general in the state of New York, the one who ran on punishing Donald Trump and being a pain in his butt and all this stuff, who was able to get the $355 million donation from Donald Trump to the state of New York, because that's really all it was, right? It was taking and stealing money from Donald Trump in order to enrich the coffers of politicians in New York, because there was no victim of that crime. But I'm getting beside myself. So she was asked to speak for a political ploy at the New York City Fire Department promotion ceremony. Now, she shows up, and a bunch of the firefighters stood up and they booed and cheered for Trump, and they really made her uncomfortable and let her know she wasn't welcome there, and neither were her politics, which that was their First Amendment right. Now, let me also say, before you guys go there, these guys were not dressed in their uniform. They were not on the clock. They were not performing their duties as firemen. They were there on their own time, and therefore they were acting as private citizens. And yes, they were showing that they were not appreciative of the Attorney General of New York using her power to persecute their president, which, if I was there, I'm not probably about it. I would have had words to say also. Now, the interesting part about this is now they are going after these firefighters. The commissioner has now said that they need to turn themselves in so that they can be reprimanded and what was the word she used? Uh, re-education, right? I never thought I'd be talking about this as a story in the U.S., right? But they need to turn themselves in, or, as she said, be hunted down. Let that sink in. This sounds more like, Germany, doesn't it? This sounds more like Venezuela or Cuba or Russia, right? As much as we talk about how much we hate Russia, for whatever reason, Leticia James sounds more like Putin than she does like an attorney general of the great state of New York. So they are threatening these men and women of being hunted down simply for exercising their First Amendment rights. Now, this is on them. They brought this woman who, because they stay in their elite echo chambers, they thought, oh, well, the people of New York are going to be super excited to see Leticia James, and they let her know right away she wasn't welcome there. She didn't speak for them. She was not going to get their vote in the next election. They made it very, very clear that they didn't appreciate her using her position of power to make life more difficult on them. And for doing that, for simply doing that, they are being threatened to be hunted down. Now, the interesting part about this is they can do what they say, but we know one thing about New York City, NYPD, and the New York Fire Department. Their unions absolutely love Trump. So they are going to eat the city alive. I guarantee it. I'll keep you guys posted, but this is big news and a First Amendment assault. Comment below. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.